Today we're going to have our first look at online marketing. These videos are still at a high level, but it's going to give you an idea of the core components inside an online marketing campaign for a small business. It really boils down to three things, and we have our tools and our online assets at our disposal to get these three things done. And we're going to take a look at these three things and those tools that we use in our marketing toolbox.
The offline world of marketing is tested and proven. And just like in the offline world of marketing, there are dozens of strategies that work for your company and others that don't work in the world of online marketing. For example, in the offline world, you can go ahead, you can purchase a billboard, radio time, yellow page ad, or hand out flyers to name a few. You know, some of these you might have tried or your clients have tried and they simply don't work. But yet others, they still employ today. So online marketing is no different. And this is what I'm going to be covering. I'm going to be covering these concepts behind online marketing. We're going to look at the core components of online marketing, which include, number one, driving traffic, number two, converting that traffic, and number three, online reputation management. Now, we accomplish this with a variety of different online tools, and we create content. These are web pages with quality written work, different images, and video. And we call these our assets. So driving traffic is the same as going out and finding hungry buyers. Converting traffic is the same as courting a lead to encourage them the opportunity for a sales meeting. So the tools we reference are just like the telephone and the fax machine. And finally, the assets we reference are just like the cold calling script or the company brochures that we've used in the past. So in time, you're going to see how online marketing is closely related to offline marketing. You have a choice to make as an online marketer. You can get short-lived results the easy way with SEO, or you can get long-term results with real marketing. So by focusing your efforts on the factors and items that have been proven to work in time, will be the only way to truly add value to your client's business for the long-term growth of their business. I want clients who are going to pay me 10 grand a year for many years to come. That's money that comes in every single month without any additional sales effort. That's revenue to hire people to run your business so you can work on it. To me, that's freedom. In the rest of this video, I'm going to be covering each of the available resources for you in order to improve this concept for your clients. So here's the online marketing equation. Driving traffic plus conversion equals leads and profit. Most of your clients and prospects have probably been in business for several years marketing themselves to the local community, through traditional means such as word of mouth, radio, television, newspapers, yellow pages, different conventions, trade shows, charity events, and there's many others. While taking their offline business online is going to be very exciting for them, there are many, many ways that you can spin your tires. There are several ways that you can spend your money or their money and time in areas that simply don't work, or might only work for a month or a few months or even just a couple of years. You're going to learn that as the search engines continue to improve, techniques to improve, say, search engine rankings seem to always change as the search engines launch an algorithm update. Look at the beginning of 2011 when Google found in a lot of their mainstream press about the crackdown on spam that they were going to deploy on their search engine results page. So by the end of February of 2011, eZine articles, for example, saw a 35% decrease in their traffic over a period of a few days. Forbes.com and Overstock.com, they lost tremendous rankings that week because they were exposed in simple link building schemes. It's not worth it. Automation and the simple one-button solutions to get results are done. And especially for a business that might be 10 years old, they want another 10 or 20 years of sustainable growth. So you put some of your online techniques that are simply just to get links to a website from, say, high page rank sites so it gets ranked high, is completely bogus. Eventually this site is going to drop and all the work and effort that you've put into it is meaningless. Your client stops paying you and you have to go out and get new clients. I don't want my business model like that at all. So everything that I teach, the techniques to get ranked and whatnot, surely aren't the easiest way to get this done, or probably not the most cost effective either, but it's the right way to achieve the goals of your clients. The fact is, your client's core business probably won't change once you market them online. Your goals remain the same, and that's driving people to their business. It's still an offline business. You need people to physically come to you, or you go to them. So marketing online is merely positioning your client's website or their profiles in front of those people who are researching for a specific service or product. Most traditional forms of marketing promotion is positioning yourself in front of a large audience and throwing your message out there. Hopefully some of the mud will stick on the wall. For example, a commercial on a television show is shown to an audience, and some of that audience might need your service. Others might not. An automobile dealership commercial is shown to everyone: kids, public commuters, car buffs, competition, parents with varying ethnicities, and different college graduates. A BMW dealership may show their commercial to the same audience, or maybe a small percentage of that audience is even a potential buyer. This is old school marketing, delivering your broad message to a large, untargeted audience. Now don't confuse this with sales though. Cold calling and trade shows still require some form of direct communication. Now remember this from the marketing videos? Now the major exception to this rule is direct marketing, which is similar to online marketing, where a marketer delivers the marketing material to an audience that has essentially requested it. For example, Avon might send out 500,000 newsletters through snail mail to former customers. The entire audience is a potential buyer, for the most part, or has been one in the past. New school marketing is taking that concept and positioning yourself in places online in front of people that have ultimately asked to see your message. Therefore, you need a strong message, you need to capture information, and you need to be properly positioned. Chances are you're not going to be delivering your clients' messages to 100,000 people. You'll be right there when someone Googles their town's service for, say, chiropractic or plumbing or accounting. Now consider this example. Get back to Avon. They might send out, say, 100,000 marketing letters to former buyers. If 3% of that audience opens the letter and 25% of open letters end up buying a product, say, worth $30 at a 30% margin rate, their net profit for that campaign is going to be $6,750. Their sales letter may be in a plain white envelope. Now imagine if they added one line of text to the outside letter that said something like, time-sensitive information, open immediately. Chances are more people are going to open that letter, maybe even 6%. What if the campaign letter was slightly tweaked to convert higher at, say, 50% of the readers to buy instead of 25%? Now the new net profit margin for that campaign goes from $6,750 all the way to $27,000. That's a 400% increase in profit simply by adding a line on the envelope and changing the sales message. Now, this is an extreme example. Their net cost for the campaign did not change though. So online marketing is no different. You must spend your time and money in the right places in order to get the most from this venture. Driving traffic, conversion, and analysis. It's that simple. You need to send as many qualified buyers to a central place, convert them with a call to action, and monitor key performance indicators to measure performance. So driving traffic. We know people are searching for local services. Many are looking online. According to Google, 42% of online searches are related to local products and services. 50% of cell phone users in the United States will have a smartphone. And according to ComScore BIA, 97% of online consumers research a local product or service online prior to making a purchase. And 80% of consumers are online, at least in the United States. In some countries, it's more. Soon, I'm going to show you exactly how to find these people that are looking for this service online in any specific area. You will need to drive traffic somewhere so you can convert this traffic to a call to action. You need one central place that ultimately allows you to convert these people. Now, most businesses have a website for this purpose today, and other cost-conscious businesses may have a single page on someone else's site, like an ad or a page in a directory like Google Places. But I believe that if any business is going to employ any online strategy, they need their own website. In my opinion, anything less is a waste of time. So while you can get your clients a website for under $200, it will cost you that much. I'm a firm believer that this is an area that should never be compromised. This doesn't mean that they have to spend much more to get a nice site created, or you don't have to spend much more to get a nice site created for your clients. It just means you need to understand the core components about the functions of a website. So like a sales funnel, driving traffic is a similar concept. While there's a wide mouth at the top, that the funnel leads to a central place, which is your client's website. I'm going to cover many relevant areas that help drive traffic to your client's website. I don't discuss them all, but show you to focus your efforts in certain areas. So while a billboard on the freeway may drive traffic to your client's website, or an ad on yellowpages.com might do the same, 81% of internet users find websites they are looking for through a search engine. Search engines have undoubtedly created more traffic to a website than all other mediums combined, including banners, newspapers, television, and radio. You're going to find that many of the strategies discussed to help you improve your rankings in the search engines are also going to help you drive direct traffic to your client's website. So while there's no proven correlation, I believe that this is directly related in the eyes of the search engines. In any event, I'll be discussing a handful of the best strategies with proof. Conversion. Now, like the example previously provided with Avon and direct marketing, it's important to convert the traffic that you're going to end up driving to websites. Conversion can mean many different things to different businesses, but it all comes down to converting traffic to take a desirable call to action. We call this the CTA. Now, a CTA for an e-commerce store is either a purchase or an opt-in to their email program. A CTA for a dentist might be a phone call, send an email to, or ask a question on a form, or a physical visit to the office. A CTA for a restaurant might be an order placed, a phone call, email opt-in, or a visit. The point is, visitors are coming to their website and leaving without taking any action. And if they do, chances are you'll never see that visitor again. Therefore, the rule is that if they don't buy, get their information. The visitor made it to your client's website somehow. And if you're able to maximize the conversion with a few tweaks, like the Avon example, for the same costs, you can easily improve profits tenfold. So while the concept of conversion has to do with the development of the website, one would argue, why would I choose to put this after driving traffic? Well, you need a website, or at least an online property like Google Places profile page to send people to anyway. Surprisingly, conversion is something that's often overlooked and frequently disregarded. I believe conversion is something that consistently needs to be monitored and tested. It's a huge leverage point for a business's online marketing strategy. Now remember something. We're going to cover this in much greater detail later, but isn't that what your customer wants? Don't they want to be number one on Google and have their phone to ring? With no customers, the number one placement really means nothing. So a great example of conversion I'm going to use in my own agency's website. One single page, we added a video. The goal of the site and the video is to capture information to follow up with a phone call from the sales team. So using Google Analytics, we saw some of these statistics that took place. Page views, that's the number of pages a visitor looks at on a website, increased by 90.07% from that one page as a landing page. 2. The average time on the website increased 77.1%. That tells me that the audience was consuming greater amounts of information on that website. And likely they wanted to consume more information, quite possibly from that video's landing page. The bounce rate, that's where visitors immediately leave your client's website or your website, decreased by 15.7%. and the desirable CTA on that page, we had an increase of 22.1%. One measly video did this. Therefore, I had more qualified leads. So I'm going to be discussing items like key performance indicators. We call those KPIs. Different metrics, strategies, and figures relating to conversion. I'm also going to be covering website design and development in this course. I'm not going to be teaching on coding and graphic design, except those concepts that are related to marketing, which in this case is conversion. For example, Google just announced something called H-Review. This allows us to embed customer testimonials on our website, and it's a special HTML code to allow the search engines to read this on our web page and include it in their review section on their profile page.
Once you understand the strategy of conversion and driving traffic, your job is not complete. Things are changing daily on the internet. Competitors begin to market themselves. New strategies emerge. Old techniques fade. Consolidation occurs, and your customers and prospects talk and share information about you and your clients. You need to have the systems in place to monitor these changes and make amendments to your strategy at the right time to react to these changes. And we call these online reputation management. And by implementing a system to measure and monitor your activity, you're going to be well equipped and trained to make business decisions based on the data that you're collecting and analyzing it to improve your online marketing efforts with your clients. I'm going to be covering the tools used, how to use these tools, and the KPIs to watch. And in the following videos in this section, I'm going to cover 7 channels that we're going to explore to drive qualified traffic to websites. Now, surely these aren't the only 7, but these are 7 that are proven for local businesses. Search engines drive more traffic to a website than all other mediums combined. You've got some paid options. You have something called organic rankings. You've got Google Places, Google Boost, AdWords. And these are all components that we teach inside of a topic called search marketing. Email marketing boasts the greatest return on investment for all the channels. And these are just 2. And we're going to look at how to optimize online properties like our website or emails to achieve the most desirable call to action. And we're going to learn the right metrics to measure so we can tweak the content to improve the call to action, do tests to improve it, and how to accomplish a fallback call to action almost every time. And finally, we're going to learn the 5 main functions of online reputation management. Well, I think you can start to see that what we're doing here is marketing. And there's a lot that we can do. Some types of businesses need a little bit of the mix. Larger companies have the option of doing much more in-house. We're going to learn how to determine the right mix and exactly how to provide these services to your clients when you are just starting out to manage multiple clients at once.
That concludes this Local Marketing Update from the Local Marketing Source Professional Development Program for local marketers. Visit localmarketingsource.com for additional resources focused on online marketing for local businesses.